Hello, everyone. Welcome to the EJG3 show. This is your host, Eddie Gallagher. Today, we are going to recap NFL Week 13. First off, we're going to talk about the Aziz Al Shire big hit um, against Trevor Lawrence. Um, that was a crazy hit. Um, I think, first off, it was a crazy hit, and it was also a dangerous hit. It knocked out Trevor Lawrence the whole game. Yeah. Houston won 23 to 20. Um, but I thought that was for me a dirty play. I thought Aziz uh literally lowered his forearm into Trevor Lawrence's head. I thought there was a little bit of time where he could have thought, okay, Trevor's going down. I'm not gonna go into him. Obviously, that didn't happen. Um, Trevor Lawrence is expected to be on IR, probably out for the season, which is pretty big news. Um, Aziz is has a 3 game suspension, um, which he will appeal, but I feel like that's going to be unlikely overturned. Um, I think he should have been maybe a 2 game suspension, at least, because I thought it was a uh dirty play in my mind. Uh, we got to protect our quarterbacks. They are the most valuable player in the NFL, and you know, a star like Trevor Lawrence, we need him to be healthy. But I will say this, to Trevor Lawrence, get down earlier. He definitely tried to get a couple more yards and then he slid. Uh, there's a huge controversy about quarterbacks sliding late, try to get the flag, try to get more yards. Um, I think we gotta really not only take care of the quarterback, but the quarterback needs to know, hey, get down or you're going to get pummeled. And obviously, Trevor Lawrence got pummeled Sunday afternoon. Um, I think to me, even though Trevor Lawrence didn't have a good year, he's just still a talented quarterback. And obviously, a lot of guys defended the linebacker. But I'm not one of those people. I thought it was a dirty hit. And we gotta protect players, defense and offense. Okay, I wanna talk about the Detroit Lions versus the Chicago Bears after the game, uh, or the next day after the game. The Chicago Bears fired Matt Eberflus, um, which it is sad, but I think Eberflus he didn't command the locker room. A lot of guys like DJ Moore um was yelling at Eberflus. Like this guy, to be honest with you, the guy didn't know what he was doing. I know Caleb Williams took the sack, but when it's 32 seconds and the clock is running, why don't you call the timeout? He's a rookie quarterback. Why don't you help your rookie out? He doesn't know what he's doing fully. There's some growing pains, but when a coach is flustered by end game situations like Chicago, like Washington, like Green Bay, a lot of games were blown, and this game should have been in overtime, but he didn't. And the the way he defended after the game was unbelievable. And I thought it was atrocious by what Matt Eberflus did. You got to call a timeout there. And, you know, yes, the Chicago Bears are a dysfunctional organization, but you have to find a quarterback, which I think they did, and you got to develop and help the young man. And he, I wish him all the luck, but clearly he wasn't the right guy, and he was out in the hot seat um, before the season even started. But so someone asked me, "Is the Bears' job a good job?" I think it is. I think you got a rookie quarterback who has a lot of potential. I think you have wide receivers, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, um, who are capable. Um, I think you have a defense that's pretty good. But I think you need a coach that can not only develop Caleb, but also win in that division where you have the Lions, Minnesota, and Green Bay. A lot of them a lot of those teams, good defense, good offenses. So can you find a coach that can match the other coaches in that division? Because you're going to need to score a lot of points, and you need some key stops. So I'm fascinated what the Bears are going to do in the offseason. Um, so Aaron Rodgers turned 41. Happy birthday. Um, just a disastrous season for Aaron Rodgers. We know the story. He threw another pick six against Seattle. Couldn't hit Garrett Wilson in the end zone. Wide open. Um, but I was talking to one of my buddies, and I asked him, should Aaron Rodgers be benched? Is he the best option for the Jets to win games? And we were discussing, he thinks Aaron Rodgers should be starting still. And I said, you know what? You should bench Aaron Rodgers and start Tyrod Taylor. I believe Tyrod Taylor gives you the best chance to win. Because clearly Aaron Rodgers lost. He's washed. He's not good. Um, the guys around him don't play well for him. Aaron Rodgers blame others. I think if Tyrod was in that locker room starting, I think the Jets would win games. I think the Jets are a better team. I think he's mobile, possibly a better arm. Do it. 5 games, 4 games remaining. See what you got in Tyrod. Maybe he can be the starter next year. Who knows? But don't tell me Aaron Rodgers deserves to be starting just because he's Aaron Rodgers. No, you got to bench the guy. All right? That he's arrogant. He's not a leader. I think you need a quarterback who's a leader, and it's just not that. So I'm kind of glad that the Jets are doing poorly because they're a dysfunctional organization. But I really think start Tyrod Taylor remaining the remainder of the season. Just do it. See what you have in the young in Tyrod. I mean, maybe he can develop the future starter. I think he's capable of that. So yeah, I would start Tyrod Taylor, because Tyrod Taylor gives the Jets the best chance to win. That is just my opinion. I think people could disagree with me, but I mean, the Jets are going nowhere. Why not bench a guy who doesn't really love playing right now? I don't see Aaron Rodgers playing with some sort of passion, with some sort of love. He's just blaming other guys. That's just my opinion. And you know what? Jets, bad, bad, bad. Because they are bad this season. Okay, let's go to this. Um, Eagles beating the Ravens 24-19. Absolutely uh, dominating a physical Ravens team. Um, Saquon Barkley, another 100-yard game. Um, I think the Eagles right now are looking like the second best team, or maybe even the best team in the National Football League. And their defense is a huge reason why, because they're playing at elite level right now. And in my opinion, I think the Eagles right now, watching that game against the Ravens, they could compete with the Lions. Because you know what? The Lions are really injured right now. And I don't know. I mean, yeah. And when Devontae Smith comes back, that offense is going to get better. And I love what Sirianni said uh, in his press conference. Baltimore Ravens had to match their physicality. Like, that's awesome. I love hearing that from coach. Like, hey, we are physical, and they are. Um, if you're the Ravens, I would be a little concerned, not just because the defense is playing poorly, but Justin Tucker, uh, he's not having a great season so far, and he missed another what, 2 field goals. Brother, you gotta make field goals. They 3 points matter in the NFL. 3 points can change a game, and he was so reliable. Now he's just missing kicks, a 47-yarder and a 53-yarder. A couple years ago, that was a given for Justin Tucker. But I will say this about the Ravens, though. Score touchdowns, not field goals. That's on Lamar Jackson, too. You know, they want to be this physical team running the football down your throat. You got to pass the ball better. And you have weapons, so give me the excuses. So I just think the Ravens, I'm not sure they can win in the division. I think Pittsburgh kind of has it locked up right now. Okay, let's go to the Chiefs. A team people are saying they are getting lucky. I get it. I get it. The Raiders blew that game. Another botch snap. But give credit where give credit to the Chiefs. The other team needs to make plays. And they're still the Chiefs. They're 11-1 football team. They're a good team. I don't care if they're winning close. You know what? Winning football games matters, and that's what they're doing. And you know, it's not their fault that the center and Aiden O'Connell can't be on the same page. And by the way, the Raiders played hard in that game. They really did. But don't say that the Chiefs are getting lucky. It drives me crazy. They win games because they're good. And you know what? In the playoffs, you have to win close games. Teams will make mistakes in the playoffs. You gotta capitalize. Okay, I wanna. And by the way, Patrick Mahomes, I think, and Andy Reid, I think they'll figure that offense out. Their defense is, you know, not playing their best in recent weeks, but they're capable of playing good. Don't count out the Chiefs. Just don't count out the Chiefs. Okay, so the Bills won their division. They won in a snowy game. Um, I really appreciated the fact that they ran the football down their throat. Um, 49ers were banged up. Christian McCaffrey, I believe he's going to be on the IR. Um, and possibly out for the season. Which the 49ers, I said the other day, they got to get younger. They got to move off those expensive pieces, trade them, get draft capital. Um, you know, you know, how much are you willing to pay Brock Purdy? That's going to be a real question in the offseason. Is he worth the $60 million? No, to be honest with you, I would pay him $40 million. I don't think he's that guy. Um, I think if you pay him $40 million, that is good enough. And you could see the comparison. Josh Allen, 148 yards in the snow. Brock Purdy literally threw a ball, slipped out of his hand. No one even touched him. That's the difference between those two quarterbacks. Like, is he even comparable to Josh Allen, Mahomes, Hurts, Herbert, Burrow? No, I don't think so. So Lamar, I don't think you can pay him top money. I really don't. And I do think Brock Purdy's pretty good. And by the way, I want to talk about this. The Bills winning the division. So beginning of the season, Vegas had the Jets being the favorite, and I was like, what are we doing here? Josh Allen is still the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. He's easily the best quarterback in the division, but a lot of people wanted the Jets. They believed in the hype, and I just didn't buy it. So to the Bills Mafia and to the Buffalo Bills, I'm gonna sing you a song. We are the AFC East champions. We are the AFC East champions. No time for losers because we are the AFC East champions of the 24 season. And yes, the Buffalo Bills are the division champions. And by the way, not done yet. Let's move on from the division. Winning the division, that's the first step. Now it's time to go after the Super Bowl. Um so um I believe Drake May is a capable starter in the NFL. I think he's playing good against a close team that you know had a good defense. I think I think Drake May, he doesn't have a lot of people around him, and I think they're close. I think they're close. Um, and I think he's gonna be a good quarterback in this league. Um, we all knew the Dolphins were gonna lose to Green Bay. Dolphins cannot win in cold weather. It was a blowout. Um, I knew the Packers were gonna win, and it looks like the Dolphins, even though Tua was hurt most of the season, they just were not a physical football team, and I was very disappointed in that. Um, Week 14 is almost close. Can't wait. and I'll talk to you soon.